Hi everybody, welcome back to Happy Bake Day, where every day is a happy bake day. I hope that your Malfoy blondies from last week turned out magically delicious. If you missed that episode, of course, you can check it out right here. We are continuing our Harry Potter baking month. In case you have forgotten, my recipes are inspired by the recipes that you can find here in the official Harry Potter Cookbook. To continue our fabulous month of baking, today we are going to be making Parselmouth savory snakes. For that, you will need the following ingredients: 1 package of sausage links or hot dogs, 1 tube of refrigerated crescent roll dough, 1 red bell pepper, and some raisins that we'll use for the eyes. Our first step is to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. With our oven preheating, unroll your crescent dough onto a cutting board. Use a sharp knife or a pizza cutter to cut strips of the dough about ½ an inch or so. Once that's done, set it aside. Our next step, take your strips of crescent dough and you're going to carefully wrap it around each of your sausages. Don't worry about covering the ends, and in fact, you actually want to leave one of the ends exposed. But after you finish wrapping your dough around your sausage link, place it onto a baking tray that's been lined with some parchment paper. Your sausages are now ready for baking. You're going to bake them in the preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the crescent dough is beautifully browned and your sausages have been warmed all the way through. While our sausages are in the oven and baking, our next step is to very thinly slice the red bell pepper. You're going to cut it into very, very thin strips, and then you can cut those strips down to about 1 inch or so long, and then use a paring knife to carefully cut out a little fork at the end of the strip. It's kind of like a forked snake tongue, and then set your little tongues aside. You can also cut your raisins either in half or in thirds, and you're going to set those aside as well. My sausages have finished baking. They're beautifully browned. I put mine on a wire rack to cool down before I add my tongues, but now they are ready. You're going to use a very sharp knife to pierce the skin at the end of one of your sausages. And then I'm going to use a big chopstick, or you can use a skewer, to then skewer the sausage and just kind of create a nice hole. And you can insert your tongue and make sure that the forked end of the tongue is sticking out. You can also add your eyes, your raisin eyes, to your sausage, and I recommend putting the cut side of the raisin, the kind of sticky side, against your sausage because it'll help adhere better to your sausage, and you can have your little eyes for your snakes. And with that, our Parselmouth snake sausages are done and ready. They are, I think, way cuter than they are menacing. I don't know about what you think, but they look fabulous. So we have some beautifully golden crescent dough here along the side. You can see my sausage got really nicely golden brown. The little tongues are just so silly and so sweet sticking out. And then the raisins, of course, for the eyes will add just a teensy bit of sweetness to your sausages or hot dogs, depending on what you used. But for Harry Potter Baking Month, these are fun and silly, and they're gonna be great for a snack or for your dinner tonight. But either way, they're just adorable. Thank you so much for joining me today for another fabulous episode of our Harry Potter Month Baking Series. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you had fun baking with me today. I appreciate each and every single subscriber as you join me on this journey from banker to baker. You can also visit my website or follow me on social media for this and all of my other great recipes. Until next time, I hope you have a very fabulous and magical Happy Bake Day.